Good morning, students. Today's our Java topic is linked list. It is in collection framework. Linked list is a collection. Linked list implements the collection interface and it uses the double linked list internally to store the elements. It can store the duplicate elements. It maintains the insertion order and it is not synchronized. In a linked list, the manipulation is very fast because no shifting is required. So I said linked list class is also one type of collection to store the objects with the single name. Here linked list implements the collection interface to give the implementation for the to store the elements, and to give the implementation it implements the collection interface, and internally it uses the double linked list. Already we know which is covered the topic in DS data structures. Double linked list, what is the meaning of double linked list, how it stores the elements, and how is giving the pointer to the next elements. That is about the double linked list. And it can store the duplicate elements, and it also follows the insertion order. In which order you are trying to store the element, in that order only it will display and it will go to the next element. It is also not synchronized. In linked list, manipulation is very fast because no shifting is required. If you are removing the any one element, there is no shifting of elements, just like in the array list. Here it will breaks that link and gives that pointer to the next elements directly. It will changes that pointer information, that's it. No shifting is required. That's why it is very fast. It is also not synchronized, means it linked list also allows multiple threads to access it. That's why here it is specifying as it is not synchronized. And in this we are giving the simple example for the Java collection class of linked list. Here import the Java util package, because all these collection frames are present in util package only. So first we are importing the util package with asterisk, means we are importing all the sub packages, classes, everything into our program. Next one, public class test Java collection 2. Here my class name is test Java collection 2. That's why name of the program is also test Java collection 2. And whatever the code I am writing here within the main function. So after that main function is there. Next, now we are creating the collection with the name AL. This is the type of linked list type. That's why here we are taking the data type as a linked list class, and whatever the elements we are going to store in this linked list are type of string. That's why within the angular brackets, elements type we are specifying as a string. Linked list string data type of elements, AL is the name. To create the object, whatever the syntax we need to follow, that we are following. New linked list data type of string within the constructor. So to add the elements to the linked list, once again we are using the pre-declared method add. Here we are giving the implementation that as a parameter Ravi. So in this example also we are adding 4 elements, data type of string, and it also linked list also allows the duplication of elements. That's why we are storing Ravi name 2 times. Ravi, Vijay, Ravi, Ajay. It is also storing same thing. And to display that one, we need to traverse. To traverse that, what is the class we are using, means here iterator class, which is a collection frame class. So, and to check that within the collection as the elements are there, and to print that one, we are using the two predefined methods, has next and next. Simple. Has next means if the element is present, next element is present in the collection, then it will returns the true value. While true is there, next going to the statement execution, system.out.println. In that we are invoking the method next, itr.next. It invokes the next method, and whatever the element is there, that it prints, because it is specified in the println method, so that it prints. So now output is Ravi, Vijay, Ravi, Ajay. This is the output of linked list. And in next slide is, here we are specifying one more type of collection, vector. Vector uses a dynamic array to store the data elements. Like array list also uses the dynamic array, vector is also uses the dynamic array. Dynamic array means we can store the elements dynamically at runtime. that we can call as a dynamic array. It is also used to store the data elements. It is similar to array list, however it is synchronized and contains many methods that are not the part of the collection framework. It contains the pre-declared method which are already defined in interfaces of the collection framework, as well as it contains some more methods to create the collection and to utilize to do the operations, to perform the operations on the collection. It contains many more methods, predefined methods it uses. And in this one, so we are specifying it is a synchronized one. It is a synchronized one. Synchronized means it allows only one thread to access the vector at a time. It doesn't allow the multiple vectors to access the vector at a time. Synchronized means it allows only the one thread to access vector at a time, and multiple threads are not allowed at a time to access the vector. So to know the operation of vector, here I gave the example. For this also we need to import the util package, because these collection frameworks are all are there in the util package only. That's why we are importing the first statement, util package, with the asterisk. All the sub packages or subclasses are predefined classes, pre-declared methods, interfaces, everything imported into our program. After that, here whatever the class name is, test Java collection 3. Test Java collection 3 is our class name, and whatever the code here I am writing within the main method, that's why we are declaring the main method here. And whatever the elements I want to store into the collection is string data type. That's why vector string data type. Here this collection name of vector class is V. New vector string data type, and to add the elements we are using pre-declared method, that is add. We add Ayush, Amit, Ashish, Garima. So to traverse and to print that one, once again we are using the iterator class, creating the object for the iterator class itr. Through the itr object we are invoking the two methods, has next and next. Has next, if the next element is present in the collection, it returns the true. Next predefined method is simply it gives that information, whatever the element is present in the collection. And println method uses, it prints that element. So that's why by this program, by this example, we are getting the output of Ayush, Amit, Ashish, Garima. Whatever the elements we are added to the collection, that it sends as a output. So this is about the vector. Now we are going to learn about the difference between the array list and vector. Both are collection framework only. Both are using the collection framework classes. Array list type of collection uses the array list class, predefined one. Vector uses the vector type of class, which is predefined one and available in the collection framework. So array list is not synchronized, vector is synchronized. We already told you, not synchronized means it can allow multiple threads to access the collection, that is array list. Vector is synchronized. It doesn't allow multiple threads at a time. It allows only the one thread to access this one. And array list increments the 50% of the current size if the number of elements are exceeded from its capacity. So we will specify that capacity of the array list. If you are not specified, automatically it adds that one. Then also by default it assigns some size, some particular size. If you are trying to add more than that size, trying to add the element more than that size, automatically it increments its capacity, which is it increments 50% of the current array size. 50% of the current array size. So at the starting time I specified array size is simply 10 elements. Whenever I want to add that 11th element to this array, automatically it increments 50% of that one. That means it increments to the 15. Like vector also there. Vector also increments 100%, means it doubles the current array size. That means already current vector size is 10 elements. It can allow the 10 elements. Whenever I am trying to add the 11th element to this, then automatically it increments its size to the 20 because current array size is 10 and incremented size is 20. Like this, these two differences are array list is not synchronized, vector is synchronized. Second difference is array list increments 50% of the current size if the number of elements exceeded from its capacity. Vector increments 100%. Like third difference is array list is not a legacy class. It is introduced in JDK 1.2. Vector is a legacy class. So what is the legacy class means? Before that, before versions, before 1.2 versions till 1.2 version, we can say JDK 1.2 version, till that point collection frameworks are not available in JDK software in Java. They are using legacy classes to store the group of objects. To store the group of objects, it uses the concept of legacy classes. Now collection framework contains the some set of classes as well as the interfaces, but before versions having only the legacy class. So at that time also, array list is not a collection one because legacy, it doesn't support the legacy class. Vector is a legacy class. This type of vector collection type to store the group of elements, then also they are using in the legacy classes. So that is the third difference. And fourth difference is array list is fast comparing with the whenever we are comparing with the vector because it is a not synchronized one. It is a not synchronized one. Vector is a slow because it is a synchronized one, that is in multi-threading environment it won't allow the multiple threads at a time. Next one is the array list uses the iterator interface to traverse the element. So in before examples also we specified that one. Generally array list uses the iterator interface to traverse the element. Vector also uses the iterator as well as it uses the enumeration interface to traverse the elements. But it can also I said it can also uses the iterator interface, but vector can use other type of interface to traverse the elements, to traverse the objects which are under the group, which are under the collection. That is enumeration interface. So already we know about the enum and enumeration, which is already covered in previous units, that is in first unit of Java, maybe I think first unit or second unit. Enum is already covered. So already we know basic information about the enum and how it stores the facts, how it stores the some elements, and to traverse that one, predefined methods are there has next and next. Like that also we can use that predefined methods through the enumeration interface in vector to traverse the elements. Once again I am repeating that enumeration topic is also in next videos. So this is about the vector class, and these are the differences between the array list and vector class. These are the 5 differences, major 5 differences are there in array list and vector class. This is about the sum. Here in this video we covered the linked list collection and vector collection and differences between the array list and linked list. So thank you.